Hi! Welcome to another video of Oldtimerfarm. This time we have something really special. We have the 1939 BMW collection. Let's go back into time, before the Second World War. The brand BMW was not what it is today. It was only 11 years old. They started in 1928. Their products were appreciated by the public for its quality, for the power, for the looks. And so in 1939, everybody knows who was in power in Germany. Germany had the strategy as a country to be the best in the world. So BMW was part of that. And they made the best cars in the world. First example, and this is a car that you find more often. It's a 327 cabriolet, two-door cabriolet. There's more or less 2 + 2, there's more or less 4 places. But this was a fast, open sports car. It's a 2-liter engine. It only has 55 horsepower, but it drives well. There was a version with 3 carburetors, same engine, that was called the 327. But back in the day, they started building the autobahns, the highways, and they made for the regime cars that were called autobahn couriers, the fastest on the road. And the premier branch that made these cars was, of course, Mercedes-Benz. They made the 320A, they made the 540K. They started experimenting with compressors. There was a race for the fastest, most powerful car. And so the 327 was top of the line for the public. You could buy this in coupe, you could buy this in cabriolet. And of course there was a 326, that was the 4-door version. But then you had the top, the highest level of the production. And that was only available for people who could afford it, or people that were very close to the factory or to the regime. And here we have 2 examples. And so this is a 335. It looks a bit like the 327, but it's bigger brakes, bigger engine, 3.5 liters. And they made second to none. They made 400 examples of the 335 altogether. And 220 of those were 4-door, and only about 50, 60 were cabriolet. And of course, these cars were identified with the regime at the time. And so during the war, they were used because these people worked hard. And after the war, they used them to flee the country, or the cars were hidden. And so 80 years later, there are none left. We think, according to our sources, that there are 15 examples in the world of the 335 cabriolet left. They made also a 4-door version, and there are only 2. One is at the BMW Museum, and the other one, we know where it is. And of this car, the sedan, the closed car, which was obviously a car to work, to transport important people, to go fast, and there are only 20-25 left that are known. This one is in extraordinary condition. It has a German history, and it's last registered to an Italian collector. We will be showing these cars over the next months, starting with the show in Essen. But we're very proud to have this because this is history. This is important stuff. Nobody presents these 2 models next to each other. It's very, very rare. And we are very proud at Oldtimerfarm to be able to show this to the world. Thank you for your attention.